Hello and welcome, and will they sell out? We are just over 3 days left and we still have 5 options available, and don't forget, double VIP points are running. Now, me and Jay's Toy Collection UK did this on day 1 and we thought they would sell out in the first hour. We were watching that thing shoot up for both the Pirates and the Dracula set, and then after the first hour, without me knowing, without Jay knowing, well, the numbers got increased. It saves me money, and it is definitely going to be selling out in the next couple of hours because they are skyrocketing, those things.
Talking money, so if you haven't mentioned price per piece on these, because they are some good value. If it's 4,000 pieces for £300, well, that's way under your 10p. We're probably looking at something like 7 pence a brick, which at Lego's current rates is cheap as anything, to be honest.
That's a very, very good call. Yeah, that is a very, very good call. Like the Bricklink, all the Bricklink bits and pieces seem to do for money wise.
7.5p are we doing with the Thieves of Tortuga? That of course could go with your one piece as well.
Yeah, well, this is true. I was only looking to see the numbers have jumped, and they have. So you can see you can see this is now, it's coming up, almost getting to the final quarter. But again, like Jay made a very, very good point. We thought that these were limited to 30,000, but we do have this on top. So in case you can't read it for whatever reason, or you're just listening to the live as you're driving about, it says, the love of Series 5 has blown us away. We know it's tough when other sets sell out before you can get your hands on them, so we've teamed up with our manufacturing friends to make more sets available. This may not be the case for future series, so don't miss your chance to get in on the fun. So I would really like to know how many they've sold, because is it another 5,000, 20,000? Is it 50,000 of each?
Because just 1,000 more of each, could be anything.
Yeah, it could just be one. I mean, you just don't know. But they are going up rather quickly, and we have literally in a minute's time broken the first hour. So in an hour, if it carries on at this pace, we're going to have 2 sellouts by hour 2. Bearing on, so I have read somewhere that this is the quickest selling set to 30,000 units, and it did hit 30,000 units within the first hour. Then it got changed to 40, then it got changed to 50, but I don't know what it is now. But just remember, you can get double points on these sets, and I would imagine they're going to sell out over this weekend. I can't see them wanting to drag it out all the way through for the 3 days. I think they might, when they hit their target number, just finish, because well, if you're not going to get them now on double points, then you're probably not going to get them on the final day or so, are you? So remember, you can pick these up. You then have 6 months until you need to pay for them. So just make sure you've got the money in the account. If there is any problems with regards to payment, or your card details and that kind of thing changes, you can update your card just before they take payment. So that's not too much of a problem whatsoever. So just a recap of what is available in the next 3 days, 8 hours and 40 minutes of this being filmed. We have the one that I have picked. I got this straight away. I thought it was going to sell out straight away, as you can see with the images that I'm putting in from me and Jay's live. We were both getting very excited, racing both of our sets to the first 30, and then, well, they just didn't sell out. Here we are many, many days later, and obviously it's the first time the Bricklink Designer Program have done what they've done. Now, this set is enormous. I am making space in my Lego City for it already. Added in loads and loads of water. I've added another 9 base plates of water. So all those videos will be coming in the Lego Disaster Series video, but these do look very, very good indeed. So if you come down and see, you've got the smoke up at the top. That I think I really like, with regards to the chicken leg being eaten with the water being thrown over the top. So you've got the islanders in. Obviously, you've got that little bar type thing going on. And then you have got the different sort of pirate factions going on. And then as we pan across, you've got this beautiful bridge. You've got all the little crabs, all the details, all the bottles and everything by the water, the boxes. You've got some really nice prints on all the torsos, the faces. You've got the cool little parrot just on there. And then you've got figures up at the top, down and underneath. I think it looks great. That's why I went for this straight away. And I think it's going to work nicely with, if it does come out, the Pirates of the Caribbean boat and all the One Piece bits and pieces. So I am going for a full-blown pirate section in my theme park display. And yes, there is a cool little shark just underneath. It's an open back. So you can see that you've got some Easter eggs from different targeting bits and pieces, and obviously holes in the wall where they've actually missed the bow and arrow bit. You've got all the nice shrubbery up on the wall. Again, you've got the drinks, the potions, and all that kind of stuff just up at the top. And then you've got the little pig at the back being sung to, which is a random thing. And then you can see the pirate with the parrot just on there. And then you've got the weaponry just on this bit. That I haven't spotted before, so I'm assuming that is a skeleton trying to escape just underneath. So you obviously pin a skeleton just in there, so maybe that is a prison underneath that. And then you've got the nice walkway with the bridge, with the hat and everything, and again, more different bits and pieces. Huge gold armory, and then you've got all the coins and everything underneath. I'm going to go through all the sets in detail in case you're sat on the fence for any of these sets and you are thinking, well, this weekend is double points, and it's going to be double points everywhere around the world, and I can't imagine them extending it anymore. But I don't know what they've extended it to. I'm assuming that this is now over 50,000 for the Dracula, and this would be close to the 50,000 for this one as well, because like I said, they both hit 30,000 very, very quickly. And it's just going by what I've read. I don't know how to check the HTML codes or anything like that, because I'm not that advanced. Now, what I want to do for myself for the whole of my water area, because I'm creating a theme park, is basically this. So this thing just here, which of course you click on it and you can't do it, slightly raised up, and then all the boards and everything going across with the areas where they can stand. Now I need to do that on a huge scale, because I need to do that over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 base plates just as a straight line. And then I want to map it off to the different sections of the theme park, and that's exactly what I want to do. So I just need to figure out the easiest way of doing it. And of course, I won't have a building for it to go to, so they'll just be stacked either side. That is exactly how, if you have seen it already, the One Piece on Netflix, where you have got the floating restaurant and they've got all those beautiful paths coming from the boat. That's basically what I want to redo, and I also want to do that around the water area of the theme park. So I'm probably just going to take the sand away. I don't think it needs the sand there whatsoever, so it's all going to be water rather than the sort of 32 by 16 base plates I've got for the sand, and then we'll have a bit of fun with it. But you can see you've got all the fruit, the bananas, the pirate flag and everything up at the top. Nice little seagulls. You've got all of this cool bits and pieces underneath. You've got the little well, and then you have got the bridge that connects the two. And then again, that's the overview with all the nice rooftops and everything like that. So you can see what I mean about just having these, because it'd be nice, because what I would be able to do is I'd be able to have this set wherever I wanted it, and then I could just come off the front of this path at that height to everything else. So that is, what are we? We are 1, 2, 3 high, three elements high. I'm assuming they've got just like a little cylinder with a 1x4, 1x6. I can't zoom in enough, and I can't see how they've done on this first one. So I'm assuming it's just a slightly bigger version of what they've done for the Harbour Master's office on the other Bricklink designer program. But yeah, that's basically what I want. I want that as a walkway all the way around over all of my water area in my theme parks. There's going to be lots and lots of pieces to order, and as it is double points at the moment, I need to figure out what it is I need to order, and then I might just make a big order with some of the one piece sets as well. Bits and pieces on the back. Again, you've got a cool little sandcastle just on this one, which is great, and then maybe a little treasure chest just on there. You've got the dog, you've got the lamp, you've got the lantern, and all the other little bits and pieces, and it does look like there is a prison cell all the way underneath this. So I'm seeing things for the first time, because I haven't paid as much attention to this as what I should have done, because me and Jay got a bit carried away with regards to the numbers rather than going over these sets in huge detail. And again, you can see all those little bits and pieces just there. So I think it's a gorgeous looking thing. I cannot wait to do this, because I am going to have the Ninjago boat. I've got the Barracuda Bay boat. I have the Going Merry. I also have some other little boats dotted around as well. Tempted for the new Ninjago boat, but I just don't know if I got enough space. I've got a representation of one of the most beautiful boats they've done from the Lego movie, and I've got the backdrop of all of the Ninjago sets overlooking it. So we will see what's going to happen and unfold if the pirate one does come out. And again, there's rumours of the Goonies, there's rumours of the other bits and pieces. So there's a lot of water base plates available, but I can see the space being taken up in my own display. Now, minifigure-wise, I think they all look great. And I think these are the minifigures that they've used in Series 8 because they are the ones that are protecting everything. So I can use it as the fascia of just different bits and pieces and maybe put like a ride and everything in there. Because like I said, everything I'm doing is all connecting to one massive theme park. In the water area that we've done, the old fishing store will have a little swimming pool out the front of it. The harbour master bit will be where you can actually rent some rowing boats and things like that. So we're going to get creative with the stuff that we're going to be doing, and I'm looking at it now and it looks fantastic. It's the cleanest bit in my whole theme park. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 figures. And that's what they all look like. And I think each one of them look great. And I cannot wait to get this at the end of the year. So as you can see, it's 4,002 pieces. Item number 910053. Huge congratulations to every single one of the designers on here. So it says it's going to ship in November, approximately 6 months after it comes out. Be interesting to see if that is still the case after they've increased all the numbers, but there is a thing up at the top just here. The love for Series 5 is blowing us away. We know it's tough when they sell out, so they knew that these were going to sell out very, very, very quickly. And some people have gone mad that it should be a limited run. It's not how a crowdfunder works. Normally, a crowdfunder works where you've got to hit a minimum, there's no maximum, and you can buy as many of them as you want, because obviously they then get put into production and then you have them. The reason why they're limited is not really to make them hard to find, it's for their turnaround, because they do this so often, so they set a date. So I'm assuming they might do an average of what they think is going to sell, and they might just put a limit of 40,000 of each instead of 30, because with these, they've all got a different limit. So I think last time I saw it, and this was a week or so ago, it was like 50, 40. The popcorn went up to 35, and then the other two might have gone up as well. So they're all selling amazingly well, even though they kind of look like they're not, because the maximum have all changed to different numbers. So it's not 30,000 of each. It's going to be one of however many there are. Now, I know we all like having very, very rare Lego sets, but then at the same time, loads of people complained about Series 3 with the one that only just funded because they didn't think it was going to work within their set, or it's just something that they didn't like. But if you picked it up, well, that is probably one of the most rarest Lego sets done with the fewest number of units, minus the stuff that sort of never made it to the shelf for political reasons and that kind of thing. So we're never happy, are we? Let's be honest. So enjoy the sets that you've got. If you're going to have one and one to sell on, you can obviously still make a fortune much, much further down the line. But you are still limited to 2, and you know you're going to go to trade shows and things like that, and people don't know these things about. And in a couple of years' time, well, there'll be something that will match some of these perfectly. People want to backtrack it, and then you're going to make your money then, rather than just getting it sort of at Christmas instead. Now, the one that I really, well, this one I like. I really, really, really do like. I have got a brand new display to my right hand side with all the Lord of the Rings. I'm looking at right now. It's Lord of the Rings D&D going into like a Disney. We've got good versus evil. All the base plates are down. I've got a section being built up with a crane and a digger currently, where they're planting trees for the Bricklink designer program next one. So I won't be even receiving that to next year. So that's something I'm starting to do, putting construction sets in the areas where things are going to be built. Me and Jay's toy collection, day one, when we saw this coming out, we're like, I've got to get it. And I haven't, because I went for the other one instead. Now, they've been extended, it's been extended, and it's been extended again. It is on double points. I just don't know. Just don't know if I can justify this at all. I think it looks gorgeous, but I think I might just have to enjoy it through other people, which is a bit of a shame, because I think it looks great. I think it does look fantastic. Again, this is why I'm doing it, because this is the last chance now. I think it's going to be going in the next 48 hours. I know I said it in the first hour. Well, if you don't get it, it's gone. But if we're at sort of 55, 60,000 units, they're not gonna extend. I can't imagine them extending the number past the double points, because, well, who knows? Obviously, it's the Lego group, so they could do. So yes, this is yours. You've got all the different bits and pieces going on there. I know people did like the play features and things that they've got, and you can see all the different bits and pieces that are happening with regards to him poking up. And of course, you've got the skeleton version of Dracula. The CMF series, you can actually get Dracula himself. I do like the fact that it is a really nice explorer. I have got the haunted house, and I've got that right beside the Ghostbuster firehouse in the theme park. I don't know what I don't know. I have got the graves, the tombstones, and all the other little bits and pieces from the hidden sides. So I've got 2 or 3 of those still boxed. So I could make a nice little thing in front of it, but no, I don't know. I'm going to ponder on that, I think, for the rest of the day. Moving on to the other 3. I'm just doing it sort of the 2 biggest sets, and we're going down in price. So the next one is the Mushroom Village. Now, again, this goes with the house. It's a beautiful looking set, beautiful bright colours. It's $189.99, getting limited to 2. And, well, we don't know how many units are sold because I can't check what it's gone up to, but all of them on the first day were shooting up. You can see you've got all the smaller minifigures, massive carrots and all the other little bits and pieces, and then you've got all the amazing detail and everything on the side. Yes, I know I'm not going through all the photos in huge detail like I did on the first one, but well, it's because I got that one and I wanted to see it. I just wanted to see it for myself. But as you can see, all of the different rooms on the back, you've got the gear system up at the top. So that obviously moves the fan up at the top. And as you come down, you've got all of the really nice, colourful berries and all the other little bits and pieces on the back. This does look nice as well. And then obviously as we start coming down, see this could go quite nice with the Snow White, like with the cottage and all that kind of thing. I know that it goes perfectly with the house that's already out and available. And you could start making up your own sort of mushroom smurf-esque type display in village, but no, they all look super bright colours, good price point as well. Minifigure selection is good. Wherever they've gone, there they are. So you can see for yourself what they look like, and I think they do look rather smart. He looks familiar. So with that hat, is that one of the forestry people, or am I just getting that mixed up? And then you've got all the other little pieces on the side, and obviously that looks really nice as well. And that's I'm about to say that's the box artwork. There we go. That is the box artwork. Looks great with all the detail and everything on the front. Huge ladybird. And then, like I said, you've got all the carrot, got the nice water coming down on there. So yes, if you've gone for this one, again, there isn't a bad one in this series at all. They've all looked really, really, really good. And I think, let's be honest, if we could afford them all, we would get all of them. Next one is the antique shop. Some people loved it, some people not too. For me, I only get the stuff that works in my own theme park, and an antique shop, I don't even think I can make it work from a theming perspective, but I do like that truck because it does remind me of the red one, which is this one actually just here. Well, that came with the much, much, much older Winter Village sets. It's a very, very similar front end. To be fair, it's very similar front end. It's just a different colour, and the grills look different. But I think it looks very, very good. We will click on one photo to take a better look on the inside, so we can see the different rooms. Let's do it like this. Getting toasty today. It's very, very hot up in here today. Right, so we've got the bed, you've got the books, you've got the carpets and all those little bits and pieces. And as we come down, always puts up a fight this. As we come down, you can see you've got the little bird and the bird bath. You've got the nice little ladder up on the side and all the other little bits and pieces. You've got the opening hours and everything on the front. So this for me would be a little bit of fascia where it actually hides the ride to be an indoor ride, and then I'd actually put a queue line outside of it like you see in a lot of the Universal theme parks. So there is some cool things to be had. So again, you've got some little Easter eggs with all of the little bits and pieces. So lots and lots of sort of medieval bits and bobs in there, and then you've got the little chessboards and radios and all that kind of thing. So there's a Easter egg and a nod to quite a lot of different Lego sets in there. Again, games console, TV, space, world map. So it's picking up lots and lots of different themes. Obviously, the old school black and white telly looks very, very cool. And then these are all of the minifigures. So again, I think all of these look good. See some of the torsos we've seen before, but not with this sort of head combo and hair. So it's always nice to mix and match it up. You've got the little Babby, and then obviously you got her in her yellow jacket. Right, last one before I wrap it up, because this is literally just a show and tell. Are you going to get anything? Let me know. Are you going to get any of these sets before the time runs out, and have the double points interested you enough? Obviously, I think a lot of us just got them on day one. There is tricks that could be played to be able to get double points. I'm sure loads and loads of you have done it. I haven't, because I don't want to mess it up. But it's up to you. If you want to play that game, you take your chance. Because obviously if you cancel your order and you go to redo it and then it sells out, you're going to be absolutely stuffed. But the detailing on this thing looks great. This is the only other one that would work in my theme park area. Where I would put it, I don't know. I don't really have like a main street kind of thing. I don't have it where you I haven't really got an entrance walkway in to any of the bits and pieces, because obviously they've got all the beautiful places at Universal and they've got the similar stuff at Disney, where you first come in through the gate, you've got all the shops and everything. And then, of course, at Universal in Malaysia, they do actually have a popcorn very, very similar to this in the road, where everybody takes loads and loads of photos out the front of it. It does look good. And I would have it for this, but I just wouldn't build up the stand or anything, I don't think. But it does look good. And again, you've got all the butterflies and everything like that. So, guys, let us know in the comment section, do you think these are actually going to sell out? Did you get them on day one? Are you happy with your purchases? I'm knocking that table so hard, a figure's just fallen off the top of the Avengers Tower. Because there's a lot still to come. So if you are saving yourself for Series 6, 7, or now what have been announced for 8, this is everything from Series 6. I am going for this one. I know I'm going to go for this one. That is where I've made space for. And potentially the gold mine, if I can kind of make it work. And then Series 7, complete. It's a swing and a miss from me. I don't need any of these at all, apart from maybe this one. If I can make that work with the sort of the Lord of the Ring-esque type thing, I like the colours. I think it does look pretty cool with all those bits, but don't really think I need it. But it has got the Lion Knight's Castle minifigures in. It has got, I do believe that's the faction from what's going to be in Series 8. So from a medieval point of view, I think that might sell very, very, very quickly. It does look good with all the other little bits and pieces. So that is the only one, potentially. But again, that doesn't start until February of 2026. And then the last one is Series 8, where I am definitely going to go for 2, because I want the Coconut Cape, which I've already covered, and the Dustmark Keep. I think what we've just seen is another figure that goes with that faction. So it'll be interesting to see. And of course, there's loads and loads of sets coming out. But you could let me know in the comment section what you are most looking forward to. That'd be fantastic. And again, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. We'll take care and catch you next one.